Martha's mind raced. There had been something. She remembered now. Some announcement about a dance on a big orange posters all over the school, but she hadn't really paid much attention to them. Why should I? I won't be going. She glanced sheepishly at Blake. I sort of remember. Aha! Well, it's Sunday night this year, and they're giving us Monday off. The party's an annual thing. Probably the reason nobody thought to enlighten you. Martha stared at him, something gelling in her memory. A party? Like the one last year? The last time you saw Elizabeth alive? Yes, Blake said quietly. He didn't look at her again until they were several more miles past town, and Martha felt the van slowing down. This is it! Blake hopped out to unfasten a gate, blocking a dirt road, and presently, they pulled up in front of a farmhouse. Are you sure we should drop in like this? Martha asked anxiously, but Blake was already opening her door. Oh, there's nobody home. They're in the city today. Come on. He took her hand and they ran across a muddy stretch of yard to a huge barn. The warm, dusty interior felt wonderful after their dash through the rain. As Martha squeezed water from her hair, Blake pulled some blankets from a stall and tucked one around her shoulders, using one frayed corner to wipe raindrops from her cheek. Martha looked away, flustered. Hope you're not susceptible to pneumonia, Blake teased. I'm drenched. He walked off a short distance and shrugged out of his jacket. See up there? Martha looked where he pointed and saw a high open loft heaped with mounds of hay. We used to have contests, Greg and I. We'd jump off and see who could land the furthest away. You could have killed yourselves. You're right, he chuckled, and Win always told on us. Come on. Before Martha could protest, he took her hand and started up the ladder. Blake, what are you? Relax, he laughed. I want you to see the view. I used to think I was on top of the world up here. The blanket fell from her shoulders as she grasped the ladder and started up. As her head cleared the platform, she saw Blake wrestling with the doors. A fine spray of wind wetting his face as he stood looking out at the sodden landscape. Here, he motioned her close and swept one arm out in front of him. See that? There were even fewer houses over there when we were kids. You could see for miles and miles, and it was only fields. Martha stood beside him, shivering in the piercing dampness. The town and valley lay at their feet, a checkerboard of dark green and rusty brown and gold, the hills muted and bare woodlands swathed in gray. Cold, in spite of her efforts to hide it, Blake noticed her shaking and promptly shut the doors.